Hello, my dear listeners, and welcome back to the Kapeel Gupta Career PodShow. And today, I want you to imagine a young student who loves science, enjoys solving puzzles, notices tiny details, and secretly gets excited by new inventions. One day, that student sees a new medicine, a new mobile camera feature, a new EV battery idea, or a new AI hardware device and wonders who checks whether this idea is really new? Who studies inventions before companies invest crores? And who reads patents like detectives read clues? Now, that student may not know it yet, but there's a fascinating career waiting there. It's called a patent analyst. A patent itself is an exclusive right granted for an invention, and to get that right, technical information about the invention must be disclosed publicly in a patent application. Now, that is exactly why this field exists, because invention creates information and somebody must analyze that information intelligently. Hi, I'm Kapeel Gupta, career coach, life mentor, and founder of Study Abroad Academy. I empower students, parents, and conscious professionals to design a fulfilling life and career by aligning their minds, values, and aspirations. I do it with coaching, mindset work, and the game changing power of graphotherapy because students deserve more than just guidance, they deserve transformation. So now let us make this simple. Patent analyst is the person who reads the world of inventions before most people even know that world exists. Now this career sits at the beautiful intersection of technology, research, law, business strategy, and innovation. Now it's not exactly a pure engineering role, and it is not exactly a pure law role. It is a thinking role, a sharp role, a future facing role. It is for the student who can look at an invention and ask not only how does this work, but also has somebody already done this? Can it be protected? Can it be used safely? Where is the market moving? So, WIPO's patent analytics work shows that patent information is used to uncover innovation insights and patterns, and patent landscape reports are used for strategic research planning, technology transfer, policy, and business decision making. And now, let us talk about scope because that is where dreams become practical. So, the scope for a patent analyst is growing because the innovation economy itself is growing. WIPO says the world saw a record 3.7 million patent applications in 2024, up 4.9% from 2023, and it specifically notes that India was one of the main contributors to that growth. Even more importantly for Indian students, WIPO says India recorded 16.5% growth in patent applications in 2024, marking its eighth straight year of growth, driven strongly by resident filings. In simple words, India is not just consuming innovation, India is creating more of it. And when innovation grows, the need for people who can search, analyze, compare, classify, and interpret patent also grows. Now, that means in India, a patent analyst can find opportunities in IP law firms, patent search and analytic companies, KPOs, LPOs, corporate IP departments, R&D strategy teams, technology transfer offices, consulting firms, and innovation heavy sectors like biotech, pharma, electronics, telecom, software, medical devices, automotive, and material science. Now, that last sentence is an inference from the task profile and the institutional ecosystem, but it is a grounded one. WIPO's joint IP masters programs explicitly connect IP education to business growth, innovation, strategic planning, applied research, technology transfer, and internships in IP offices and private companies, while Indian institutions and even IIIT Delhi's IP management tender refer directly to patentability searches, FTO searches, patent landscapes, validity or an invalidity analysis, and foreign filing support. Abroad, the scope is even broader and more mature. WIPO's university partnerships in IP span 18 joint master programs across 17 countries, and the curriculum covers patents, IP management, strategic planning, innovation, entrepreneurship, and business growth. The Franklin Pierce Center for Intellectual Property at the University of New Hampshire says its alumni create IP strategy as professors, policymakers, government officials, and corporate lawyers in 80 different countries. Yes, 80. That tells us one important thing. Intellectual property is not a tiny corner career. It's a global innovation career. And if a country is serious about technology, medicines, electronics, clean energy, AI, robotics, semiconductors, or life sciences, it also needs serious patent analysis talent. And now, let us make the job feel real. That what does a patent analyst actually do? So, patent analyst spends a lot of time studying patent documents, technical literature, classification codes, claims, legal status data, and innovation trends. WIPO's toolkit and patent analytics resources make it clear that this kind of work can include preliminary freedom to operate searches, technical analysis of relevant patent documents, patent landscape work, and validity analysis based on legal status data. IIIT Delhi's own IP management tender lists exactly the kind of search work often associated with such roles: patentability searches, FTO, patent landscape, invalidity or validity, and state of the art searches. So, on a real work day, a patent analyst may be checking whether an idea is new, identifying the closest prior art, analyzing a competitor's patent portfolio, mapping technology trends in a sector, or preparing reports to help inventors, lawyers, companies, or researchers take better decisions. So imagine this in a story form. Suppose a healthcare startup in Bengaluru has developed a new drug delivery device. Now, the founders are excited, the engineers are proud, investors are interested, but before they move fast, somebody has to answer difficult questions. Has something similar already been patented? In which countries? Are there blocking patents? Is the invention genuinely novel? Which companies are active in this space? What white space still exists? And that is where the patent analyst enters like the calmest detective in the room, not with a magnifying glass, but with databases, technical reading skills, logic, and a very powerful cup of tea. Now, the work environment can vary. Some patent analysts work inside law firms and IP boutiques. Some work in specialized patent search and analytics companies. Some sit inside innovation team of large companies. Some support licensing, commercialization, or university research officers. Some move towards patent drafting, prosecution support, licensing strategy, portfolio management, or even patent law later in their careers. That work environment statement is an inference, but it is strongly supported by the training pathways and role outputs described by WIPO, UNH Franklin Pierce, and the types of patent analysis services now routinely commissioned by universities and institutions. And now comes the important student question: how do you become one? So the honest answer is there's usually no single straight road called B.Tech in patent analysis. So this career is usually built through a strong technical or scientific base, followed by training in intellectual property, patents, search methods, analytics, and legal basics. IIT Kharagpur's Rajiv Gandhi School of Intellectual Property Law says it was set up with the vision of building scientists and engineers into intellectual property lawyers. And it specifically highlights the growing need for professionals who understand the interdisciplinary area of technology and law. NLU Jodhpur Center for Intellectual Property Studies say it focuses on the scientific and technical aspects of patents and designs courses and programs for training and research in intellectual property. So that is exactly the combination of patent and analyst needs. So if you're a student in India, a strong route could begin with B.Tech, BE, B.Pharm, M.Pharm, biotechnology, life sciences, chemistry, electronics, mechanical engineering, computer science, material science, related technical fields, depending on the sector you want to analyze. And after that, you can add IP focused education through a PG diploma, LLB, LLM, certificate program, or specialized IP training. For high quality India based IP education, IIT Kharagpur's RGS OIPL is one of the clearest names because of its interdisciplinary technology law vision, and NLU Jodhpur's CIPS is also a strong environment because it explicitly builds training and research around intellectual property and patents. Now, that recommendation is partly interpretive, but it follows directly from what these institutions say they're designed to do. For study abroad, some of the strongest names are institutions known for intellectual property law and innovation strategy. The WIPO Academy's joint master's program are highly relevant because they combine patents, IP management, strategic planning, innovation, and applied research in partnership with reputable universities. The University of Turin's LLM in IP, offered with WIPO, is described by WIPO as its longest running joint master's degree program. The Franklin Pierce School of Law at UNH is globally respected in IP and says its program serves both lawyers and non lawyers seeking to understand legal issues in industry and policy. MIPLC in Munich is also a serious option with 1 year intensive LLM covering intellectual property, the data economy, digital competition, AI law and policy, plus an internship. Now, these are especially used for students who want to move into strategic IP, global patent work, innovation policy, or high value IP advisory careers. Along with qualifications, the skills matter a lot. You need deep reading ability because patent language is dense. You need technical comprehension because inventions are technical. You need attention to detail because one claim word can change the meaning. You need analytical thinking because your job is to compare, classify, interpret, and conclude. You need writing skills because many deliverables are reports, and you need curiosity because this is a career for people who enjoy asking what is really new here. Those skill demands are not listed on one single page in that exact format, but they are the natural requirements of the search, analysis, and reporting work described by WIPO and institutional IP programs. And now let us come to the main or mostly asked question, the salary question. In India, Glassdoor reports that the average salary for a patent analyst is about 5.3 lakhs per year, with a typical range of about 3.71 lakhs to 7 lakhs, and top reported earners around 10.41 lakh. Glassdoor city specific data also shows that patent analyst pay in Gurugram is above the national average, which makes sense because many IP and consulting roles cluster around many business hubs. So, for an early career professional with the right technical background and search reporting skill, this is a respectable and scalable career. Abroad, the numbers are much higher. Glassdoor reports an average patent analyst salary of about 122,000 US dollars in the United States and about 34,600 pounds in the United Kingdom and about 69,000 Canadian dollars in Canada. The ranges widen with experience and senior roles can move significantly higher. These figures should not be treated as universal guarantees, of course, because pay depends on sector, city, technical domain, employer type, and whether your role is more search heavy, legal support heavy, or strategy heavy. But the big picture is clear. Patent analysis is a specialized knowledge career, and specialized knowledge usually gets paid better over time. So, what should you remember from today's episode? A patent analyst is not just someone who reads legal documents. A patent analyst is someone who reads the future of innovation. This career is for the student who likes science but also likes strategy, for the student who enjoys research but wants real world industry value, for the student who can handle technical detail without getting bored. In a world where global patent filings have reached record highs, where India is growing strongly in patent activity, and where companies need sharper innovation intelligence, this is a career with real substance. It may not be shouted about in school corridors every day, but it is powerful, modern, intellectually rich, and globally relevant. So if you're listening to this episode and feeling this sounds like me, then take that feeling seriously. Sometimes your dream career is not the one everybody knows. Sometimes it is the one that quietly matches your mind. And now, let me speak directly to the student or parent listening to this episode. If today's episode on patent analysts open your mind to a career you'd never seriously considered before, imagine how many more right fit careers may still be hidden from you. The truth is, the right career is not found through guesswork, pressure, or random advice from people around you. It is found through clarity. If you're confused about your career path, your subject choices, your college roadmap, or your future direction, connect with me for my career counseling program. I help students understand their strengths, identify careers that truly fit them, and move forward with confidence. So, whether you're interested in science, law, research, study abroad, or a niche future ready path like patent analysis, I can help you decide what is right for you. Message me today and let us find the career path that is truly meant for you. Your dream career was never lost, it was simply unread. So, let us decode it together.